For some people, money is everything. It's all they ever think about. Money has the power to transform people in so many different ways. You'd think it would change people for the better, but that isn't always the case. People tend to become very selfish as their wealth increases. However, those that spend their money on the things that actually matter are the ones who stay happier for longer. Though, it isn't a crime to treat yourself once in a while. Here are 10 things you could do if money wasn't an issue. But before we continue, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Number 1. Travel to space. When you have more money than you know what to do with, the world is simply insufficient. We live in an era where going to space can be purchased. Sure, it's still costly, but sooner or later, it'll be much more common and less expensive than it is now. If you have that much money, why not join the likes of Elon Musk and other billionaires to make SpaceX a reality? Imagine this: you could become the world's first trillionaire in commercial space travel. Number 2. Put an end to war. Wars are primarily motivated by a desire for financial gain. Why? Because money is power, and you have plenty of it. So why not strategically distribute that power in order to prevent violence and the killing of innocent people? If you are smart, innovative, and wealthy, there are multiple ways to end a war. All you have to do is figure out the best possible way to do it and be willing to pay the bill. Number 3. Help educate those who have limited access to education. Not everyone is given the opportunity to become doctors, lawyers, and professors. Some can only dream, and yet others take them for granted. In less developed countries, most young individuals do not attend school. Instead, they're forced to take up work to feed their families and loved ones, and unfortunately, this poverty cycle continues. These are the ones who require your assistance. So building education facilities in places that need it the most would be beneficial for future generations. Number 4. Discover a way to live indefinitely. Perhaps, maybe not living forever, but generally extending your lifespan. Due to the fact that science is progressing in tandem with technology, and technology is expanding at an exponential rate, so will our scientific and medical proceedings. It is not out of the question that our lifespans will exceed far beyond our years in the next 50 years or so. Number 5. Find a cure for a disease. Bill and Melinda Gates are financially supporting work by Novartis to develop a more accessible gene therapy to help with sickle cell disease. A large portion of the world continues to be affected by diseases that are already curable. No one is asking you to cure cancer, but rather to ensure that people no longer suffer from diseases that we have already cured, ultimately to enhance healthcare and reduce extreme poverty across the globe. Given the spread of the coronavirus during the ongoing pandemic, with your money and scientific backing, you could stop the mutating COVID strains from affecting people across the globe. Number 6. Purchase an island. Why would anyone want to buy an island? Well, who wouldn't? It's a freaking island. Along with an array of beautiful palm trees and endless coconuts to choose from, you could party late into the night in the midst of the tropics. Or even better, it could be your very own quiet getaway, a place for you to relax and enjoy what life has to offer without anyone telling you what you can and can't do. When you decide to return back to reality, simply board one of your many yachts available and sail away. Number 7. Find a way to feed the poor. Nowadays, money can buy almost anything. You could even buy food for every starving person in the world if you had to. But is that enough? Ideally, it makes more sense to educate people from wasting tons of food so that we can feed the needy without further harming the environment. Additionally, with the abundance of money, you could find a sustainable way to feed billions of more people out of hunger. Number 8. Raise the global living standard. On this planet, there are many incredibly intelligent people. Unfortunately, you are unlikely to hear about them because they are never given the opportunity to showcase their abilities. So, what better way to invest in finding these people and paying for them to work for you? Money that will be spent on further developing underdeveloped areas and assisting people to help themselves. You can be the economy's stimulus plan, with the proceeds feeding back into your personal wealth. Number 9. Eat and drink well. The only food you should ever eat is the best grown and served food from around the world. It's pricey, but it's an art form, made with pure passion and skill. Even if you're devouring a massive burger, make sure it's premium quality beef. Organic food sourced locally holds a number of nutritional benefits that can aid normal bodily functions at optimum levels. Farmers who are involved in raising livestock with traditional methods are masters of their craft. They don't overproduce, but instead keep their yields small, minimizing waste and treating their livestock with the utmost care. The chef serving your food has spent years honing his skills in order to prepare that exact dish for you. Why would you want to eat any differently? Number 10. Convenience at the click of a button. Convenience is highly underrated and mostly taken for granted, but just imagine the amount of time you could save if you had someone get you what you want when you want it, instead of having to do it yourself. Would you classify that as laziness? Well, not really if your life is filled with so much already, and time is of the essence. Why not? It's simply more efficient.